All right, it's time for a 6-month update on a Swagtron EB-8. And just to recap, it's a 350 watt motor, 36 volt battery, 8.8 amp hours. And on the website, it says it'll go 18.5 miles an hour and it will go 20 miles. And you don't see it very often that 18.5 miles an hour, this will go 22 miles an hour. And if you're not afraid to pedal a little bit, I can see it going 30 miles. I think if you just went flat ground, 15, 18 miles an hour, just mostly throttle, it'll probably go to 20 miles. So it goes a little, the numbers are a little bit better than what it says online. And in 6 months, this is my grandson's bike. He broke the mirror off. He keeps getting the shift lever all stuck up with sand because it keeps crashing. But I mean, that's not really the bike's fault. I mean, it's the same shift lever that comes on just about every bike you're going to buy between $500 and $3,000. But the brakes have held up well. The tires have held up well. The motor and the battery, they're still running. Well, as far as I know, 100%. We're going to take it out for a ride and check. And this bike, when I first took it out for a ride, I thought I was going to be disappointed in the bike. But it actually surprised me. I mean, like I said, the numbers on the website are lower than what you get. So I took it out and it went faster than they said it was going to go. It went further than they said it was going to go. It rode nice. I fit on it well. And if you don't know, these fat tire 20-inch bikes, they're not just kids' bikes anymore. I mean, I ride this. I fit on it. I've seen people with baby seats on it, which I'm not sure how that works with the rear suspension. And I guess we'll go out and see how it goes. I don't think there's anything else I got to tell you about it other than if I missed anything, or if you want to know more about this bike, you're thinking about buying it, go back to my earlier videos when I gave the whole rundown of the specs and a full test ride and the assembly and everything. Then I'm not going to redo everything. So let's take it out for a ride. All right, I'm out here where I take most of my bikes for the first ride. It's got the washboard road just to test the suspension. And that's 20 miles an hour in the sand and the bumps and everything else. And they said the top speed was 18.5, and I'm assuming that is with somebody 100 pounds lighter than me. Or at least that's the way most bike companies would figure it out. Alright, we're going 21 miles an hour, and here's a brake check. Not too bad. And I don't think his brakes have been adjusted. I do think that the motor lost a step, but I think that's mainly to do with all the sand. My bike is slowed down a couple miles an hour also. Oh, the shifter still works. The motor, on the other hand, well, I was gonna tell you guys that this is a good buy because the prices have went down. Because my last video said that it was a good bike. It surprised me, but it was overpriced by a couple $100. Now it's down a couple $100. But if it's just going to stop working, I can't really tell you to buy it. I mean, the battery wasn't fully charged, but I'm not sure, or I don't think that that's it. Usually when this happens on a bike, you just got to turn it on and turn it back off. It'll be a short. Huh. That's a big fluffy dog. I'm hoping it just kicks in now. Oh man. My knees ain't gonna be able to do this all the way home. Man, now I'm gonna have to go home and fix it. Well, I'm probably going to cut this out because me pedaling along at 6 miles an hour probably isn't very entertaining. Alright, I stopped, messed with it. I believe it's a short up in the handle grip in the throttle, which is most likely from my grandson hitting the ground, or the bike hitting the ground with my grandson on it. So I don't think that's the Swagtron's fault. But these throttles with the meters and the switch is they're probably pretty cheap. And if you want to go like Amazon or something, they're probably $15–20. If you want to go get something from one of the Chinese sites, you could probably get it for $3. Get an extra one. Oh, that's more work than I'm used to. Now, I guess you can't get any more honest than that. I mean, the bike, like all bikes, may just leave you stranded and pedaling your ass off. This thing, I don't think it was the bike's fault. I think my grandson slamming it into the ground 10–15 times at 15–20 miles an hour, probably. I mean, it's right there at the handlebar where I think the short is. And it's an easy fix. So, I mean, that's if you expect your bikes to be able to hit the ground a couple of times, 10 times without breaking, then I guess you don't want to buy this one. But I think at the new price, I think with tax, it should come to $800, a little over. I forget what it is, like $780, which is a far cry from where it started. It started at over 1,100, then it went down to just under 1,000, and now it's about priced appropriately, because it is a good quality bike if you don't slam it off the ground. It works better than they say it's going to work, which is very unusual. And when it was first out of the box and nice and new and I took it for a test ride, I liked it a whole lot more than I thought I was gonna. So my final take is that leaving me stuck out there was probably a fluke. And it's a good bike. I mean, if you don't want to buy it because you saw it break on me, then that's fine too. There's a lot of them that are the exact same bike with a different name on it. Go find one. But if this fits your needs, if you want to go to the store or work that's within 10 miles from your house and ride it back and forth and charge it in between, or if you just want to ride around and you think 20 miles an hour is good and you want to go 25 miles an hour, well, 12 and a half there and back, it's really you that has to pick the bike. I can just tell you if it's a piece of crap or if I think it's a good bike. I think this is a good bike, and the price is where it should be now. So I'll leave a link down below. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, leave me a comment. So that helps with the algorithm. I have no idea how or why, but it does. And thank you for watching.